This series of videos where I'm discussing the health of the Goa part of Mahadayi River Basin, while a lot of talk is going on, outside on United fight and whatnot, then challenge to Karnataka, appeal to central government, hope for that Supreme Court will hold our interlocutory petition, and a lot of hope is there that on the wildlife ground of flora, fauna, biodiversity, threat to Bhimgad Forest Sanctuary, that Karnataka's DPR NOC that is given has been rejected. These are all hopes, and Karnataka will also be ready. But both Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, all three states, they have to look at the fundamental issues, that whatever they are doing there in their own areas, Goa or Maharashtra or Karnataka, have they looked at all these issues which are cropping up now, and they have to be tackled and they have to be investigated. Like Goa, I don't know, I have not seen many studies which have been undertaken. Despite these three huge you have seen landslides which have transported lakhs of tons of material, I won't say millions of tons of material, because you can calculate from the density of the material and the volume of the material what could be the potential weight of this whole transport, which is sediment and debris and rocks and all, which has fallen down due to gravity and due to friction and all. It has tumbled down and it has ended up into the channel. Where else it will go? Because there is always a crown for the landslide, and there is a foot also, or the base of the landslide, and then there is a plume, or we call it sort of a sort of a area where the material, like a glacier, slowly moves ahead if it is very viscous with clay and all that. So I don't know, means this is the situation where the three landslides which I have pointed out in my previous videos, they raise a big mystery about that whole valley which you see Satre onwards, and the river meanders through that valley, and Mahadayi is not very wide there, and it is very rocky as well, and the channel is also not very smooth, and it shows very interesting sedimentological properties also. And whether that river is trying to change its course, and if that is the case, how and where it will do it, and if it really does it, then what is the consequence of that little change in the river channel, and what could happen to the entire river basin if part of the channel changes its course or gets distorted? Then downstream, what is going to happen? These are the fundamental issues which have to be answered by people who are experts on landslide, slope instabilities, geodynamics, geophysics, and they have to be taken there, and they have to do a lot of sampling analysis. They may have to perhaps use ground penetrating radars, satellite images of the past of that same area. They have to do a lot of mathematical modeling, they have to do a lot of ecological modeling, they have to do a lot of computer simulations. They have to consult also experts in this area, and the experts will have to also visit Goa and check these three major landslides in this part of Mahadayi River Basin. And our hope is that, along with engineering college, Goa Engineering College, these experts who have written large number of papers, also experts who have helped government of Kerala in understanding the landslide in that area, and they have come to the conclusion that the interference in the natural landscape mosaic and urbanization and deforestation are the causes. But I saw these three landslides are not definitely due to deforestation, because it's a reserve forest, it is a sanctuary area, it is well guarded forest, it is almost inaccessible forest, and where the landslide has occurred, we see now there is some sort of loose rocks and lot of clay, and it gives us perhaps a picture of the some sort of cavities which could exist within this. We don't know whether there are underground, below the surface there could be some caves, because wherever there is limestone, because of, we see that Goa receives a lot of acid rain. I don't know if the thousands of liters of water is falling on acidic water. Around 5 to 6 is the pH of the rainwater in Goa. Sometimes it is above 6 in some areas, but because of the air pollution, then we see that the rainwater in Goa is not neutral. It's not 6.5 to 7 and all that, but it is oscillating, fluctuating between something like 5 to 5.5, or 5 to 6, or 5 to 6.5. And at some cases we have seen in our earlier rainwater pH measurements that the mildly acidic rainwater, what it could do to underground limestone deposits, it may be seeping in thousands of cubic meters below the ground, and it may be leaching out the rock. And if Inside, suppose the rock, if this acidic rainwater causes formation of calcium sulfate and all, then there is also a possibility that carbon dioxide may be released, and that may cause some sort of internal pressure getting built up, and this pressure may be released in some sort of plume, because you can't smell or you can't see these plumes of carbon dioxide being released due to the rainwater, acidic rainwater interaction with the underground limestone deposits. So we don't know. So people who know lithology, petrology, and do rock studies and all should investigate that this part of western Dharwad Craton in the Mahadayi River Basin is a big challenge and opportunity also for all of you to investigate whether our Mahadayi River Basin is healthy, whether it is stable, or there are going to be more natural catastrophes in coming monsoon and thereafter. Would there be more floods, massive floods, because of the bottlenecks which are created by these type of debris? So we'll see what are the future worst case scenarios in the next videos.